When you're looking to build a website and make money, there are certain types of websites you should focus on and certain types of websites that you should avoid. In today's video, I'm going to share the 5 types of websites I personally would focus on if I were trying to grow something to $5,000 per month in the next 12 months. I'll also share 3 types of websites that I would avoid because they simply don't have as much potential nowadays, even though they might have been great ideas a few years ago. With all the changes in AI, SEO, and how marketing is done, you don't want to get caught trying to build something for a year only to realize the type of website you were building never had much of an opportunity. Let's dive into what's working today. If I were to start over today as a brand new entrepreneur and really wanted to build a website, here's the 5 types of websites I'd focus on. The honest truth is that I'd create a SaaS website. I've made most of my money building software, and I still think software is the best way to make money on the internet. I've built 2 SaaS businesses worth over 7 figures, Longtail Pro and Link Whisper. And if I were looking to build another revenue stream of at least $5,000 per month in the next 12 months, I'd build a simple software tool that solves a real problem. And with the rise of AI coding tools, you can now get an MVP out the door easier than ever. The key here is that you actually need to come up with a good idea. What is a pain point that people in your niche are having? What is something that people will actually pay for? When I was having the pain of spending hours building internal links for my blogs, I realized that a software tool might just make it faster and easier to build these internal links. So I started looking for solutions. When I didn't find anything that quite fit my needs and was specifically built for WordPress, I created Link Whisper. Within the first year, Link Whisper was making significantly more than $5,000 per month and has now made me 7 figures in income. I'd highly recommend looking into creating a SaaS website if you are serious about building a real income stream in the next 12 months. It's my top recommendation without question. The second type of website I'd consider focusing on is e-commerce. If you can create a physical product yourself, launch it on your own website, and do a little bit of marketing, it's very realistic that you can be making $5,000 per month within 12 months. Now, of course, this all depends on the quality of your idea and how well you execute, but it's very feasible. A few years ago, I launched a pillow business on Amazon, and that business was making well over $10,000 per month within the first 12 months. I eventually sold that thin pillow business for $425,000 after a few years. However, the e-commerce dream is still alive and well. I don't know that I would be relying on Amazon FBA for the business. Instead, I'd launch my own store on Shopify or elsewhere and use Amazon or other marketplaces as gravy. The key again comes down to finding the right idea and hustling to get sales. And frankly, it's not that unusual for e-commerce businesses to be making over $10,000 per month in sales in under a year. Not sure what to launch? You can also start with dropshipping, although I'm a much bigger fan of launching your own product. Check out this example. Ellie Hewitt was able to launch a Shopify store and sell climbing-themed t-shirts. She was able to scale this up to $10,000 in sales after just 2 months using a paid ad strategy. If you're able to run paid advertising campaigns that are profitable to your e-commerce store, that's like the holy grail. Spend $1 and make $2. Sounds great. Now, before I move on to the next type of website, can I ask a quick favor? If you're enjoying this video, will you hit the subscribe button? You see, I have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I'm getting really close. If you could hit the subscribe button for me, it would mean a lot. Thank you so much. Now, if you aren't sure how to build your e-commerce store, I'd like to introduce you to today's sponsor, Build Your Store. Build Your Store uses AI to quickly build you a great-looking, ready-to-launch Shopify store preloaded with products, all in under 2 minutes. No design or tech skills needed. To get started, first select a niche and open your Shopify account. It's free for the first 3 days, then just $1 for the first 3 months. Let's say I'm interested in selling electronics and gadgets. I'll pick that niche. And Build Your Store will use AI to select 10 winning products and fully build my store from scratch, complete with ready-to-sell pages. And all that's left for me to do is to drive traffic and create content. I can tweak my product listings or design if needed, but within just a couple of minutes, I can have a Shopify store built and loaded with 10 products in the electronics niche, ready to start making sales. And get this, for just $1, you can use the AutoDS platform for your first 30 days to fully automate the back end, from product sourcing and pricing updates to order fulfillment, shipping, tracking, and even returns. Also, as part of their offering, you can get a free .store domain when you sign up today. Ready to get started? Just go to buildyourstore.ai/niche-pursuits to get your free .store domain and get a Shopify store built with AI and preloaded with products within just a few minutes. Again, just go to buildyourstore.ai/niche-pursuits. The link is also in the description. Thanks again to Build Your Store for sponsoring today's video. The third type of website that I'd consider launching is a free tool website. You might be recognizing a theme amongst these types of websites. I'm really trying to get you to focus on websites that have utility. With a free tool, again, you are trying to solve a problem. What is a free tool that you can create that people will want to use and perhaps come back to again and again? I've shared a few great tool websites in the past. For example, a simple free tool website that I use all the time is YouTubeThumbnailDownloader.com. It's just a quick and simple way to get the thumbnail image from any YouTube video. And yet this site gets 512,000 visitors per month and is likely making over $4,000 per month just from the ads on its website. However, there are also more involved free tool websites like ZeroGPT.com. According to SimilarWeb, this website gets over 15 million visitors per month and is likely making over $500,000 per month just from the ads on its website. So, what free tool can you create, whether it's simple or complex, that potentially millions of people can use? The next type of website that I'm bullish on are membership websites. As more people are spending time online and more people are using AI for nearly everything, many people are craving human interaction as a community. What passionate community can you lead in your niche? Perhaps you can consider charging $20, $50, $100, or even more per month to provide this community service. With tools like MemberPress and others, creating the actual website and community area is the easy part. The hard part is deciding what community you should build. To give you some inspiration, Jay Klaus started the Creator Science Lab community and as of this year is making over $40,000 per month. He has a great community of creators, YouTubers, and podcasters in there all exchanging ideas. It's not easy, but it's very doable. Another community example is schooloftraditionalskills.com. This website teaches traditional skills like homesteading, gardening, and much more. There's also a strong community component, and this website did over $1 million in sales in its first few months. The final type of website I'd focus on are newsletter websites. The model is simple. Get as many people interested in a niche topic on your email list as possible. Then you have so many options for making money. What I love about this model is that once you pick your niche, there's a built-in model for monetization, newsletter sponsorships. And this can lend itself well to the flywheel approach. You find people that are passionate about your niche using paid ads on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, or any other platform you decide. Then the goal is to optimize your ads so that it costs you less money to add a new subscriber than you make on an average subscriber. Someone who has done this really well recently is Sahil Bloom. Sahil has figured out his revenue per subscriber. Let's just say, for example, it's $1. Then he knows that as long as he's spending less than $1 per subscriber, he can just keep spending on ads to grow his email list more and more. He also does a great job on Twitter and other places that attract organic email subscribers. But he now has over 800,000 email subscribers and has parlayed that success into a best-selling book called The 5 Types of Wealth. As good as Sahil Bloom is with his newsletter, perhaps the king of email is Matt Paulson. I know Matt personally, and I can tell you one thing about him and his business. He is laser focused on growing the number of active email subscribers that he has. His company, MarketBeat.com, now has roughly 5 million email subscribers, and they will do about $40 million in revenue this year. When you know how much it costs to get an email subscriber, and you know how much you can make off a single email subscriber on average, you can scale to the best of your ability like Matt does. Now, let's go over the 3 types of websites that I would avoid. These types of websites are more risky and just have less potential nowadays to gain much traction after 12 months. First up is blogging and content websites. I hate to say it because this was my path to quitting my job 14 years ago. However, the environment has changed significantly over the past 14 years, and I cannot recommend that you start a blog or content website that is reliant on search traffic if you want to make $5,000 per month in the next 12 months. The only way that I would recommend starting a content website is if you figure out some alternative traffic source or ad arbitrage. If you are reliant on Google or any other type of organic reach, I wouldn't recommend it. However, if you can figure out some sort of ad arbitrage or other unique source of traffic, then you might be able to make it work. But you will have to get creative, and there is no clear path that I personally would recommend. The second type of website I would avoid is affiliate marketing websites. Similar to blogs and content websites, if you're reliant on Google, then I wouldn't recommend starting it up. And affiliate marketing is so risky in general that even if you have a paid traffic source to rely on, an affiliate program can get taken away, or other unforeseen challenges are more likely to occur when you are doing affiliate marketing versus selling your own product. The final type of website I'd avoid building this year if you want to make more than $5,000 per month in the next 12 months is a social traffic-based website. In other words, if the primary goal of your website is to get traffic from Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., then you're climbing an uphill battle. Most of these platforms want to keep users on their platforms for as long as possible. So if you're trying to drive traffic to your website from Facebook, for example, you're going to have a difficult time. And even Pinterest is getting more and more stingy lately about sending as much traffic to websites. And just like search engines can change their algorithms, so do social media sites all the time. If you're relying on Facebook, Pinterest, and other social media sites, then you face significant algorithm risk. Now, you might use Google, affiliate marketing, or social media as one source of traffic or income, but hopefully it's not your main source. These should be gravy, not the main focus. Want to see examples of simple tool websites that are making significant money? I recently recorded a video of a simple tool website that is making $43,000 per month that you can watch right here. Thanks again for watching.